record on this. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start. For those that don't know me, my name is Stephanie Pacheco, and I am the star director for Rolling Scents. Just to for you guys to know a little bit about me, I've been with Scentsy for 3 years. I am passionate about what I do, and I love what I do. I'm passionate about helping other people, as well as helping my business. Scentsy is not all about your team, your team, your team. It's about giving. It's about literally our core values. Scentsy does everything for everyone, and they don't ask anything in return. So that's why I love Scentsy. And literally, I want to make sure that everybody that comes into Scentsy is 1,000% covered in all the topics that I want them to understand about coming into Scentsy, because not everyone knows. Yes, they know what Scentsy is, but they don't know how to work their system and how to work their business, right? So I always want to make sure. Give me one. Okay, so I want to make sure I talk to them about the basics of what Scentsy is, and from the bottom. Literally, you have to talk to them from the bottom up and from the top to the bottom, because they don't know anything about Scentsy. So you have to make sure you show them what Scentsy is and what they can do. But I'm going to share a document real fast. So this document I created with other leaders that have the same document. I want to make sure I did it for my team. So I make sure, like, on the bottom, it has our team logo and everything. Like, I talk with them about everything. I take all the notes, so I try and print out the document, have their name on the top, and literally write down everything. Why did they join? Did they love Scentsy before? Did they knew Scentsy because of me or because of someone else? I want to make sure I know their background, because I want to know them as a person, not just only as a Scentsy consultant, because they're not a dollar bill on my mind. They are people. They're human beings, and we want to treat them as human beings. So the first thing I do is tell them, first things first, checklist on the workstation. That is the most important thing that you have to do. Why? It's literally because the first things first checklist, without that, you cannot reach Sensational Start Award. You can reach Shooting Star, you can reach Certified, but I always tell them, just do that. It has a couple bubbles. It's just 5 little steps. If you don't want to watch the videos, it's fine, because if you are a good sponsor, if you personally are a good sponsor, you don't have to worry about them watching the videos, because literally everything that's on the videos, it's everything that you're supposed to be telling them as a sponsor. So if they want to watch the videos, fine. And if not, make sure to hit the little bubbles. We do have sometimes where they're like, oh, I saw the videos, but the bubbles are not green. Click the bubbles. Make sure you click the bubbles. And after that, I tell them, hey, launch your party, because launching your party is important. And you explain to them, why are you launching the party? Like, why it's important for them to have a party and for all the orders to be in a party. You explain to them, launch a party, create a party, help them with the steps, because they don't know the workstation. They're on La La Land. They don't know what this is all about. This is all new to them. For us, it's click, 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 click. They're like, oh my God, you did that so fast. And I'm like, it's easy. They're like, it's not easy. Can you go back? And I'm like, darn it, how can I? Hello, they're new. They don't know the system. So that's where I go in and tell them, like, hey, okay, click this, click this. I do have a copy paste. Like, you don't have to overthink this. Grab boards. You can have the boards app, or you can have your notes on your phone, have them already separated, and have all these steps together. First things first checklist. That's the first thing you do. The next thing, launch a party. This is how you launch a party. This, or send them to their YouTube video. If you have a YouTube channel, send them to the YouTube channel so they can see it, because some people are more visual. You can do that, and then tell them about me and the story and the pictures. This is humongously important, because people do buy from Scentsy.com. People do choose you as a Scentsy consultant, and they look at your story. They look for the story and the picture. It's crazy how people still look for stories and pictures. I have had a lot of people that tell me, I resonated with your story, or I know Spanish, I don't know English, and you speak Spanish, and I'm on the United States kind of thing when I was in the military. So they were like, oh, you live so close to me and you speak Spanish. So I decided to pick you. And I was like, just because my story said I was from Puerto Rico, just because my story resonated with them, So list of 100. It's another thing that I always tell them. Think about Frank, your friends, your relatives, your everything. Literally think about the person that does your nail, the person that does your hair, the person that cuts your kiddos' hairs, the person that plays soccer with your kiddo. Think about every single person around you and do that list of 100. Key, you cannot put the people that are already bought from you. And another key, always have this list updated, because the list is important. This list of 100 is extremely important. After this list of 100, you're going to start checking by name. You're going to start talking to the people. Human beings. You are a human being. Sorry, I yelled, but you are a human being. You need to understand that they're not a dollar bill. You need to focus that your customers are not just a dollar bill. They are human beings. I have connected with so much people in the personal level. They have never bought from me before. I've been 3 years with Scentsy, and now they're messaging me, girl, I am obsessed with this mini wall fan diffuser, the mini fan diffuser. Oh my God. There you go. I'm unable. Oh, she's messed up. Yeah, they can't find her order. She was like, girl, I'm obsessed with this mini fan diffuser that you guys have, and they had apparently a pine scent, and it's smelling all over the office. And she literally messaged me. She have never bought from me. She has never talked to me before, but she messaged me because she has seen me doing this over and over and over, and posting about these Scentsy products and posting about the opportunity. And I'm not thinking, what is other people thinking? I'm thinking about how my business is going to boom. I'm thinking about how my business is going to work. And if people don't like it, there's the door right there. From the same door you came in, you can come out. And why? Because you have to focus on what's going to make your business successful. Not what other people think, not what's going to sell and what's not going to sell in other people's eyes. You do you, boo. You work your business, work it hard, and whatever people saying, good. Let them talk, because if they're talking about you. If they're talking about you. Okay, so that list of 100 is important. Every time you talk to already, like if you talk to someone already, mark them down, but don't cross their name. Kind of like put a check mark right beside it and write down what you talked with them. Start making the connections with them. But as soon as you finish that list, like as soon as you take down someone because they bought from you, that's when you replace the name with someone else. Smarter, not harder, right? And always keep it at 100. I know it's hard to get 100 people, but that way it makes you write names. It makes you write people that you're thinking maybe in a second. That's why I always try and have that list of 100 on my phone, because that way I can take people off. And if I think of someone randomly, I just write them down automatically. I just write them down. That way it's easiest for me to get that name in there, and not, oh, let me wait until I get home with the pen and paper that I got at home, because I don't have it with me 24/7. That's why I kind of love the technology sometimes. Sometimes I said it, sometimes.
The list of 100 is intimidating, or it was for me. When
yes.
Shannon messaged me and said, do you have a list of 100? I was like, no, what are you talking about? But then when I sat down and actually started, like you said, and put one name, and then I thought, okay, who's her friends? Then wrote their names down. And so when you start doing it, it goes pretty fast, and you can get 100 people a lot quicker. It goes
pretty fast. You have to think about your people, and you have to think about your friends' people. You cannot just think about yourself, because your friends' people is what it's going to make your circle of people grow. We're going to talk about that later. I love about connections and energy and all this stuff. I love that. So shooting star, You tell them what Shooting Star Award is. You tell them from the get-go. The first thing you tell them, if they're not answering about first things first checklist is fine. If they're not answering about launching a party, it's fine. Let's between my dog and my husband, I don't know who's worse. Babe, estoy a una llamada. Okay, back to reality. This is reality, guys. This is reality because you need to understand this is reality. We work our business around our family and around our life and around the situations that we go through. And Donnell can talk a lot about that. That's for sure. Life can kick you down, but you can make sure to take yourself back up. Shooting Star Award, the first thing you have to tell them, it doesn't matter if they don't do any of these first steps, tell them, hey, you have your first goal and it's called a Shooting Star Award. That's $500. Don't even tell them what it is. Just tell them you have a Shooting Star Award in your first 15 days in Scentsy. They're going to be like, what award is that? And then tell them. Like, don't make a copy paste message where you're just copy and pasting and you're not connecting with your team, because that's going to tell you if you're going to have a successful team or you're not going to have a successful team. Because if you don't have that type of connection with your team is just going to go away from you because they're not going to feel the love and the energy and all this good stuff that other people might make us feel. So you always want to make sure you let them know, hey, this is the Shooting Star Award. Hey, this is the Sensational Star Award. I always kind of hold on to the Sensational Star Award, but make sure you tell them about the Shooting Star Award. That's their first 15 days. After that, you can explain to them Sensational Star Award. They're always going to ask about, how do I get my first promotion? So that's when you're going to tell them, hey, and that's why I always tell them, I try to make this checklist as much smooth talking, sailing between another, because I don't want to talk about first things first checklist and then talk about compliance. Which compliance is like the hardest topic on Scentsy, I think. So I'm not going to talk to them about compliance on literally, yes, I'm going to tell them a little bit, but I'm not going to just blast it out and tell them literally what I'm talking about, the first things first checklist. I'm smoothly transitioning between all these topics and telling them like, hey, this is how you get your promotion. And then after your promotion, for you to get your promotion, you got to start your follow-up systems. Maybe I don't talk about follow-up systems yet because they're starting their business. And at the beginning of the business, you're just slowly getting used to what you have to do. So at the beginning, maybe I'll talk to them about follow-up systems, but just tell them like, hey, you need to make sure to follow up with them. And then I'll tell them like, hey, we do have systems. If you need systems in place, and we do have a bunch of systems. And then tell them and show them how the systems work, how the workstation works, and how you can put an order on a workstation without having a website. Or if you do have a website, this is how you can order on the website for your customers. Now with a $10 flat shipping, it's extremely amazing because you can get so many orders in one order only for only $10 shipping. We can tell them about the different options that they have for them to get cheaper shipping for their customers without telling the world they got cheaper shipping. But telling them about the difference between ordering in the workstation, ordering in the website, telling them we do have licensed products. These licensed products, you just got to be careful what you use them and how you use them. Scentsy pictures, if it has a little license little words on the bottom, don't even touch it. Post it on your Facebook page, don't touch it. Don't make an edit. If you're going to put it on your stories, just put it how Scentsy gave it to you. You can put words on top or on the bottom, but you cannot use icons, you cannot use GIFs, you cannot use the music you cannot even put the sound on top of your stories. Like there's so many compliance things that it's a whole little extra meeting that you have to do for compliance that is not in the first call. But you tell them, hey, just be careful with the licensed products. And if you do have questions, ask me. But you have to tell them in the first call that we do have rules to follow if we don't want to lose that license. And I don't want to lose that license. I don't because my business works on LTO. It works on the catalog, but it works in amazing LTOs that we do have. Licensed products, and then after that, you got to tell them about customer service. What is customer service? What your customers need from them. After that, telling them importance about getting all your customers' information, because you don't have to do all the work. Scentsy helps us. Scentsy helps us literally by giving us the opportunity of then emailing our customers for us. We don't have to do anything, right? So that's super cool. So make sure you grab your customers' information, first name, last name, email, because Scentsy sends out email for us. Grab their email and grab their phone number. If you do have Project Broadcast, I love Project Broadcast. I send them a message and I tell them, hey, and I learned it in SFR with you guys. I went to SFR with you guys. And I learned about Project Broadcast in the meeting that we had with Shannon Grant and everyone. I learned about Project Broadcast in SFR, and I'm a super fan of it. And I love Project Broadcast and how it works. It's a little bit more on the expensive side for people that are not able to do it, but it is available for everyone to use. And I do love it because it helps me with the follow-up systems, because I'm already messaging them. I already talking to them. I'm sending them VIP things. I don't have a VIP page because I cannot work with my Facebook only. I cannot imagine having a Facebook and a VIP page. I just cannot. My VIP page is my personal Facebook. My face is my branding. My energy is my branding. My life is my branding. So Scentsy works with me and it goes with me wherever I go. So I always make sure to tell them, if they ask me, you have VIP page, send them my Facebook, because that is my VIP page. My Facebook is my face. My Facebook is my brand. My face is my brand, but my Facebook, I do have my Facebook. If Facebook goes kaput, I have my workstation and I do have my Project Broadcast, and I have them already in a VIP separate. I do have an opt-out option, so they can opt out if they don't want to. They can opt out. I always give them an opt-out option, because you cannot obligate your customers to be on these kind of VIP texts unless they want to be on the VIP text. After you get your customers' information, you tell them about the benefits about booking parties. Benefits about booking parties is literally your group of people is this small. Whenever this person does a party, your group is going to have an extra circle, and then what your circle is going to do is going to this. So from being super dummy proof, your circle is this small. Your friends have this circle. Put them together and you get a big circle. Like, it's easy, but you have to let them know, like, hey, when you book parties, this is what's the benefit for you. One, the credit is not yours. Please, the credit is not yours. Give the credit to your host. Give all the credit to your host. Give all the half off, because that's going to make them come back to you. That's going to make them want to come back to you. So show them all the different things that they can earn. This month, we do have the blanket and we do have the mini warmer too. So that's another option that they can earn. Starting in November 1st, the party starting in November 1st until November 30th. So it's on November only. Like, if you came from October party, sadly, you cannot redeem for a blanket or a mini warmer. Always tell them the little things that we as directors or we as leaders, we know, but they might not know. So those little things are the ones that we have to highlight. So tell them the benefits about booking, and then it's never too soon to sponsor. Never. They can help you grow while you're growing with them. That's the best part. I always tell them, like, never too soon to sponsor, because you can literally sponsor someone when you join Scentsy and they can be with you the entire way. You can maybe pass them or they can maybe pass you, but you have to make sure you teach them. And if you don't know something, ask your sponsor, ask your director, ask your star directors. We are here to help you out. So if you don't ask, we don't know. It's as easy as that. If you don't ask as as a Scentsy consultant, you're independent Scentsy consultant. But you're an independent Scentsy consultant. So you need to understand that you need to do things independently. Is nothing in Scentsy is an emergency. Nothing. Nothing in Scentsy is an emergency. I keep saying that. Nothing in Scentsy is an emergency that someone has to call you at 2 o'clock in the morning and ask you a question about a file. They can wait until the next day, unless it's the 31st. Unless it's like the last day of the month, you have to be awake. Like you as a leader probably have to be awake until like 3 o'clock in the morning, making sure your team is good. And you as a leader don't even have to do that. It comes from your heart if you really want to be until 3 o'clock in the morning helping your teamies out. You're not obligated to do anything in Scentsy unless you want to. And it has to come from the heart, because if it doesn't come from the heart, your business is never going to be successful enough.
What else, everybody?
After never too soon to sponsor. So after you sponsor and you tell them all about the sponsoring and what they gain from sponsoring, then you go flyers page. You always tell them, we have a ton of pages that have flyers. Try and not use flyers. Try and show them the different pages that we might have that literally does not have to do with a flyer. They have real life pictures. Guys, not everything that I post on my Facebook is mine. I promise you, not everything that I post on my Facebook is mine. I do use real life pictures, because as soon as I say, thank you for your order in a real life picture, someone is going to see that picture and be like, oh, that one is probably going to look cute on the corner of my bedroom, because they saw a real life picture. It's not just a random thank you for your order flyer. It's not no, I try and go to their order history, see what they ordered. First, I message them, and then I go into my website, my Facebook, and say, thank you for your order. I love the items that you got. And post pictures of the items that they got, because that's going to call the attention of someone else. Someone else is going to catch up to that picture and it's going to be like, ooh, I love that. Or that's going to match perfectly with my house. Or they're going to think about someone else, or they're going to think about themselves, or they're going to just want to support you. If you're posting your goals, they're going to want to support you. If you're posting, I'm so close to earning the incentive. I earned the Alaska incentive, the cruise Alaska incentive, the last day, because I was dummy enough to think that I was not able to earn the incentive. I had like 2,000 points away from hitting the incentive, and one girl promoted to certified, and I was like, oh my God, I'm only 1,000 points away. I was like, you know what? I'm going to hustle. And I literally posted every time I had an order, I started deducting. My total is this. I am this far away from the promotion. I was literally on a dealership trying to get a car while I was posting about me trying to get an incentive. I didn't get the car. But I did get the incentive. I had sold $1,000. I sold $1,000 in less than 24 hours, and I got the incentive, income disclosure, all the things, whatever. Guys, if you post your goals, other people that buy from other consultants, I have an aunt from one of my teamies buy from me because she was a consultant. She was buying from me before my cousin became a consultant. So she saw that I was so close away. She made a $250 order just to help me reach my goal. You know, if you post everywhere in the world that you are reaching a goal, they're going to want to support you, but you have to tell them that you're trying to reach a goal. You know, you're trying to reach all these good things, all the incentives. You're telling them, hey, every single order that you do, I thank them. I tell them, hey, thank you for your order. You know that every single time that you order from me, you're supporting me and helping me reach my next incentive, just like I did in the Alaska incentive. And I sent them a picture of the Alaska incentive, and I'm grateful for them. But I have to tell them how grateful I am for them. And I have to tell them that every order that they do is helping me reach my next incentive, my next trip. I already know I'm going in the cruise. Who's going in the cruise? I'm going in the cruise. So if you're going to the cruise, you're going to see me cruising with my husband. I'm going in the cruise. Believe me, I want to cruise because who's going to go to Haiti? Ain't no one going to Haiti, probably on a plane, going to Haiti, and we're going to stop in Haiti. Like, wow, that's amazing. Like, we're going to stop in Jamaica. We're going to stop in Coco Cay. I loved Coco Cay, by the way, when I went with my family. Love Coco Cay, but that's besides the point. Tell your teamies about the current incentive, because whenever you're essential, literally an essential consultant, is literally when you have to tell them about the incentive, because they can earn so many points for promoting. Right now, I'm a star director, so I literally have one more to go to. I only have one more step to get the tippy top of the company, and that means just one more opportunity to get incentive points, because I don't get incentive points for promoting anymore. I'm a star director level. So whenever you're an essential consultant, you get 1,000 points from promoted to certified, and then you get 2,000 points for promoted to lead, and then you get so many points for promoting, for the incentive. That's how I earned my Bermuda cruise. I went to the Bermuda cruise, like I didn't win. I earned the Bermuda cruise, and then C word hit. And of course we couldn't go. And then I earned a Disney trip, and then the army was like, hey, you decide if you want to go to your brother's wedding or if you want to go to the Disney incentive. And I was like, well, I cannot not go to my brother's wedding. So I didn't go to Disney. So I was like, I need to go to Alaska. Yes. I lived in Alaska for 2 years when I was in the military. And everyone was like, wow, you earned an incentive to Alaska where you already live. And I was like, that's besides the point, people. It's besides the point. It's Scentsy. It's different. It hits differently too. So tell them about the current incentives. Tell them about there's flyer pages where they have all the flyers. Don't reinvent the wheel if you don't need to. Go and literally to what is already invented, and don't reinvent the wheel. There's a Canva page. I love Canva. Who loves Canva over here? I love Canva. I'm a fan of Canva. Cassie, you need to work on Canva. Let's get your geeky on. We'll help you on that.
I do use Canva. I do use Canva.
Okay. See, you're not that not computer savvy. So Canva is a great app. And then team pages. Your team pages are not mandatory. Did you know that your team page is not mandatory? Your directors are hustling their butts off, and they're having a team page for you guys. They're having a team page for you guys to have all the information right there and then. So you guys don't have to go anywhere else looking for anything. So whenever you are in the team page, help your directors. Please help your directors, because we need your help. We need you to help us keep that team page active. Keep that team page with information. We need you guys to be posting about what you're doing. How are you working your business? Because it cannot all come from us. It cannot all come from star directors. It cannot all come from directors, because you're going to see us as we're lucky. We're star directors. We're lucky to get the PRV that we get. We're directors. We're lucky. We start in zero every single month. We start just like you as a certified consultant every single month. We have to hustle hard every single month to get our 2K PRV. We hustle every single hard to get our active frontline, our GWV, our TWV. We're working for you, but we cannot work so much that we're going to just end up like degrading ourselves. Because there comes to a point that if you don't support us as directors, we're going to think you don't need us. We're going to think we're doing something wrong. We're going to think that we're not pouring enough for you guys to be successful, because you guys are not commenting. You guys are not liking. You guys are not helping. You guys are not telling us what you're working. You're not telling me how you're working your business. You're not telling me how you're being successful. So if you're not telling me how you're being successful as a certified consultant, they're not going to believe me as a star director. because they're going to think because of my title, I have everything on a silver platter, on a gold platter. No, we have to go out there and find customers and new teamies just like you, because I have had all these experiences because I worked my butt off to get all these experience. I have been 3 years in Scentsy. I have worked my butt off to get to where I am today. Am I starting a new team from the bottom up? Yeah. I don't have anything to hide. I'm starting a team from the bottom up. I lost my team, and I didn't lost my team. I didn't lose my team at all, guys. I didn't lose my team, but my team's energy, I did lose it. The culture was gone. The Scentsy culture on our team page was gone. So I had to recreate the wheel for my team. And I went to boot camp and something resonated with me. And I was like, it makes sense. You're not gonna build your business up with the same people that you build your business when you started. That was mind blowing. I was like, they told us with the people that you hit director is not the people that are gonna leave you at the director title. So what does that mean? You have to recruit. You have to look for the world. You have to use your social media. You have to use your presence. You have to use your energy. You have to use your family. You have to use your circumstances. You have to use what you have around you to work for you, not against you. Because if you're letting the world bring you down, you're not going to have a successful business. That's all I'm going to say. Don't let the world bring you down. Don't let your team bring you down, because your team is not the same that's going to build you up to superstar director. So find new people that's going to get you to superstar director, right? So use the team pages, use the search bar, use the albums. I hate when people go like, oh, how do I do this? And it's like, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Go to the search bar on your team page and search for keywords. I have 3 years worth of content in that page. Believe me, something that you're asking me, I already did it. I already did it. And we already talked about it, and I already did a live for it. Go live on your team page. Talk to them about what you're doing. Tell them about social media versus private messaging and the specials and all the things that you cannot do, and show that you have inventory and all the things you do have to tell them at the beginning, because they don't know all the things. Host rewards, tell them all about host rewards. Tell them about Party Perpetual Reward. Oh my God, this one I love. There's a lot of people that don't know what perpetual party reward is. And every time I have a newbie, I tell them, whenever you're about to close your first party, don't close it without me, or don't close it without messaging me first. Because when I talked about this, probably it was about maybe 2 weeks ago, right? They're not going to remember about party perpetual reward. So 2 weeks ago, I talked to them all about Scentsy. They don't have any more questions, but they're going to close a party. They're going to come to you. You can do a YouTube video and put it on your YouTube. You can do a video and just have it on your phone and send it to them whenever they're going to close a party, or literally tell them whenever you're going to close a party, come on a Zoom with me. Let's talk. Let's go through it. Let me teach you. And I always tell them, before you close a party, let me know, because I'm going to tell you all the things that I use to sample. Scentsy soak, washer whips, counter clean, scent circles. Don't use your first party for yourself. I repeat that. Don't use your first party for yourself, because I know you're excited to be a Scentsy consultant. I know you're excited to have new things. I know you're excited to have the new warmer that you always wanted, but don't use it for yourself. Use it for your customers. You're going to have eventual parties with more credit for you to use eventually. But first, build up your customer base by literally taking care of them with these hostess rewards, with the party perpetual reward. It's another half off products, and so on and so forth. So I do use this document, and I do have other documents like certified a lead. If they already hit certified, I tell them like, Okay, we're going to talk about building your customer space, because I don't have to talk to you already about what PRV is, because you already know what PRV is, because we already talked about it. I don't have to talk to you about different other things. I have to talk to you about this. This is what you have to focus on. It's not getting in a call and them blasting their heart out while about their life. It's not about you getting in a call and talking about life. Yes, you can talk about life, but you have to focus on business, because this is your time. Time is money, and money is important. So you're not going to waste your time. So I talked to them about building their customer base, how to handle the objections of it's too expensive. The shipping is too expensive, because to Puerto Rico is a $20 shipping flat rate. Thank you. Okay, so I gotta explain to them the different objectives on how can they literally work their business around the $20 shipping to Puerto Rico. Follow-up systems. I talked to them again about the follow-up systems, because they're already certified. They're already talking to their team. They're already probably building a team. So I want to talk to them about building the follow-up system and building their own team and their customer service. I got to talk to them about it again, because they were new when I talked to them. This is another type of call. It's not this is what PRV, this is what is this is how you order in a workstation. No, you're going to talk to them about how to be a future leader, from certified to lead. So you talk about what is active frontline, importance about Scentsy events, world tour, SFR, all the incentives. You have to explain to them. Planting the seed about joining Scentsy, join packets. Oh, by the way, you guys are on my join packet. I forgot to show y'all. You guys are on my join packet. So I got you guys in the front of the join packet, and I do have like other pictures about the incentive, and when I walked the stage, and at Safari when I got Animal Mentor,
Love
when I went to
that.
Canada.
Love it.
I love brochures, because it literally gives them all about what a Scentsy life is. It's not about just selling. At the beginning, my first brochure was literally a crappy brochure, because it was just pictures of me and a joint brochure. And that's what's the important of going to events, because when you go to an event, you can take pictures with your people, and you can love on them and have them on the front cover of your join your team. And then you have all the things, my story, all the information with my face, because my face is my brand. So I want to put my face and my QR code on everything. So join package, show them how to do join package, what it consists of. Having a dream team list, compensation plan. You gotta talk about the compensation plan and how can they earn from other people. What are their goals? Why they join Scentsy? You want to really know, because their why might have changed from when they hit that certified goal. It might have changed. So you want to know what their new why is. My why was to get a little extra money for my husband and myself to get car parts. Now my why is this. It's you guys. My why is everyone. My why is building other leaders that can do this with me, because I don't want to do this alone. I want to do this with other people that are literally happy to do this with me. So I tell them about the compensation plan. They can pass me anytime they want. Anytime they want, they can pass me and be superstar directors way before me. I want them to be superstar directors before me. Believe me. I want to be superstar director, but if someone wants to be as successful as I want to be, I pour more into them than I pour into myself. Their goal and their why they join Scentsy, training yourself, because you coming into and asking for help. Cassie, you asked for help and you were like, hey, if you want to come into our Zoom call, and I ended up doing the entire Zoom call. I am so sorry. Yourself, go into the YouTube. There's a ton of content about Scentsy with other superstar directors, with other directors, with other star directors. There's other people that are not even directors that they have good content. Don't only look for Scentsy content, look for content that is going to be good for business building. don't only look for Scentsy, go to other, you can watch other companies' trainings, and they're probably going to resonate with something about Scentsy, because we all want the same thing. And it's to not convince a customer, but we want a customer. So every single company is the same way. And after you train yourself, do's and don'ts on social media. Tell them what they can do and they cannot do in social media, the special sales and all that stuff, because they're already leading. They're about to be lead consultants at some point. So you want to make sure they're doing the right thing at all times. It doesn't matter if they're watching you or they're not watching you. It's important for them to understand everybody's watching you at all times. There is no way someone is not watching you. And that's why I kind of wanted to make sure that everybody was feeling like, I want to make sure that everybody knows the information that I know. Because if I have all the information, why am I not giving it to you? I have the information, might as well just give it to you and make sure you guys have all the information for you guys to feel that you gotta have a successful business, you know?
Yes.
I think that's all I have, and I won't bother anymore because I am a dummy and I talked the entire call. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're
No,
fine.
no, please. This
Oh, I
was
wanted
very
you to bring the
needed. Thank
energy.
you.
I told him,
We
I
love you,
said,
Steph.
she's from Puerto Rico and she's bringing her energy. I was like, she's sending it all the way from Puerto Rico.
All the energy. I have energy for 1,000 people and more. I went to boot camp and I was literally the energy of boot camp. Everybody was like,
I so
Stephanie.
wish I could have been there with you, but my doctor was like, "You're not going nowhere.
No,
There's too
girl,
much COVID going
take care
on."
of
So
yourself. Take care of
Yeah.
yourself. We have to take care of ourselves before we take care of anybody else and a business and anything else,
Yeah.
because without you, there is no business. So if there's no you, there is no business. So you have to take care of yourself, and before pouring into others, make sure your cup is full.
Right.
And Director Bootcamp is literally everything and more than you need to be successful. I 1,000% needed boot camp, and I did boot camp.
I'm
and
actually hoping this spring that Casey and I can do it together. I think that would be phenomenal because our team page is us together. We don't have separate team pages. Like I've given her the team page and said, I want to see you shine. And so I'm stepping back and I'm giving it to her so she can show me that she can shine. And you know, we tag team this team together and it's amazing. I'm a little more brash, she's a little softer. We balance each other out.
Yeah, with being brash, we're gonna talk about that though now, because there is some people that cannot do the brass. I was that person that was rough and tough, but I literally had to downgrade my rough and toughness and shifted to an energy. And instead of me being rough and tough, I started just glowing my energy. So that rough and toughness, I changed it to be an energy of just my energy. And that's literally why a lot of people keep coming to me and saying like, I need your energy. What do you do? And I'm like, I'm just happy about what I do. My rough and toughness from the military, I had to shift it because I needed to understand that I was not in a 9 to 5. I'm not a nurse. I am not a military no more. I am retired. My mentality had to change to I am in a hostile environment, because being a nurse is a hostile environment.
Right. That's me.
being a military is a hostile environment.
Exactly.
So we got to change that hostile environment mentality to, you know what, this is going to be my energy. My energy is going to be the positivity about everything that I can do in life, and not just be rough and tough. It's just be passionate about what you do and how you do it. And if your passion is too much, turn it down a little bit. Just turn it down a little bit and help your team be successful. And you guys
you're
are
teaching me how to do that because you and I have the same background. So I was an advanced practice nurse, leadership. I worked with the military. That was me.
Mhm.
So you're showing me how to change that. And that's why it's easy for me right now to say, Casey, the team page is yours now. You're a director. It's time for you to shine. I get to step back now and work on other things.
Mhm.
So it's great. I'm truly blessed with that.
For sure. Don't overstep back though. Don't overstep back. Don't go
You
too
can't
way
leave me.
back behind, because eventually you'll be a star director. Eventually you'll be a superstar director, and your team needs to know who you are. Your
Right.
team needs to know that you're present. Your team needs to know that you're there. Doesn't
Right.
matter if Cassie is bringing the majority. It doesn't matter if Cassie's a director now. We all director are tagging like you guys are. We're tagging together and we're building our team together. But
Yes.
sometimes going too much back can hurt your team, because they
Mhm.
might need you too. You know, they might need the rough and toughness, and they might need a little bit of softness from Cassie. So don't overstep it back.
Yep. Nope. I told Casey today, I said, you know what, honey? I said, I'm here for you. I'm here for the team. You guys have any questions? I'm here. This is my life 24/7. This is my job. But I want her
Mhm.
to shine. You know, it's her time. It's her
You-
time.
you
She has earned this.
That's for sure.
She has
You-
earned this. This is
Oh
her
yeah,
time.
she has. She definitely has.
Yep.
Yeah.
She definitely
not
has.
been
You guys
easy.
have anything? What do you guys have?
Yeah.
I talk a lot. I'm sorry. If
No,
you
you're
guys
great.
let me, I'm gonna talk and talk and talk until all about it. So,
No, I talk. I do say.
oh, you
do
talk?
too.
Okay, I know you do talk too. Yeah, my son does too.
Yes. Yes. Her energy though at SFR, my husband still talks about you too. He was like, man, her husband just is like following her around and she's just like, and he was like, I said, that's what you're going to be. And he's like, no, don't expect that from me.
All you have to do is just go ahead and have fun with it. My husband
Yeah.
loves my energy because he sees how people like literally follow the energy, and I have
Yes, they
literally
do.
understand like the energy that you bring to the table is what's gonna make or break your energy in your team and your business and everything. So
Yeah.
I decided to just bring my energy into the entire business in the entirety. And I think it's been after boot camp, I'm telling you, the mentality is going to change for you 1,000% and on 180-degree. I 1,000% recommend it. And you have to buy the charm. You have to buy the boot camp charm. You have to buy it. It's so cute.
The SFR changed it for me. Just seeing the energy and meeting so many people, it's just a totally different atmosphere. I mean, when I started, like you said, your why changes. You know, everybody starts, they're like, oh, I just want to make some money back on what I'm going. And then I seen the incentives and I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. I'm too busy. And then after when Donella called me in the middle of the night and said, you're close to annual sales, then that's when I woke up and I was like, oh, wow. Yeah. Okay. So like you said, you have a goal and, you know, your customers want to help you reach that goal. Chastity was she was my first party and she's joined, and Bridget, who's on here, if she's still on here, she said she wasn't joining with video. I said, oh, we don't mind. Go ahead. But they've all joined and it's like, they're like, don't expect much. And I'm like, I'm not, because I didn't join expecting much, but if you get into it, so we're all planning on trying to hit world tour, just so they can see that it's crazy, the atmosphere. I mean, the very first person I met when I went to SFR, me and my husband went to our hotel and then we walked in. It was leadership night. We got there the night before. So they were having their leadership dinner or getting ready to. So we're walking around the building and my husband's like, hey, isn't that the guy that you watch on Facebook every night or every month? And I was like, oh my God, it is. It's Dan. It was Dan Orkney. And I was like, he's the president and CEO. I was like, the interim president. It's like the president. I was like, he was like, oh, are you a new consultant? Come right up, let's get a selfie. And it was just like, that was it for me. That was my aha moment. I was just like, wow, the CEO and president, was like, stopped to talk to me. I mean, he was going in to do his thing, but he stopped and talked to the few of us that were out there and was like, made sure he made eye contact, shook hands, asked our names. And that just really means a lot. And I mean, since he's really good about that, that's just.
It is.
That's
I
amazing.
met Heidi and Orville in World Tour in 2019 when I joined Scentsy in August of 20 February 2020 actually. I joined in Scentsy in 2019. In August 2019 I went to World Tour in Raleigh, North Carolina. And that's where I met Heidi and Orville. They randomly popped over in Raleigh, North Carolina, and that was February 2020. In March 2020, I promoted to director, and to superstar consultant, and then April 2020, I promoted to to director. So it was literally like February, I was a star consultant. I finished as a star consultant. I promoted to star consultant in World Tour. The month after World Tour, I promoted to superstar consultant, and then I promoted to director. Leaders are born in events, literally. Like there's no events like Scentsy events. Like you've seen Herbalife events, you've seen Avon events, and all the crazy events. There's no events like Scentsy. Scentsy makes it personal more than they make it training wise. They do have the training, but they make it so personal. They want Heidi and Orville took a picture with us like it was nothing. They were taking selfies. When we went to the cruise in Alaska, I took a bunch of selfies with Dan and all the people from home office that was there. Lacey is always up for pictures too. Like when I went to director boot camp, literally Dan went to our hotel and we were like 3 hours. We were until like 11 p.m. at night talking on the lobby about everything Scentsy. And obviously because we got an NDA, we can't say anything, but it's just the feeling of, damn, you're Scentsy president, inter-president. It's literally going to our hotel and sitting down in the lobby and just talking to us about business. Who does that? Like
it makes it real. It's like you don't feel like they're like
they're not president. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't make
They're not
you feel like I'm the president. I am the one.
All of them, Sarah, Lacey, Jason, like when we went back to go on stage, Jason's back there high-fiving, doing selfies, and it's just amazing.
The community is there. The community is there. All you guys have to do is show up for the community to show up for you. And you guys being here already, you guys are already pouring into your own cup and into your team's cup. So you guys being in this call, you're already being successful because you are getting the information. You are here for yourself and for your business. So thumbs up for everyone that's here. I'm super proud of you because it takes about 90% of your mind to be here. And then the other 10% is your body and yourself being here and being present, because something is just being here and one thing is being here, listening, being present, taking all the notes, grabbing all the energy and taking the energy away from me and you grabbing it from me. Because I need you guys to grab my energy, please. I got too much.
We have to hold on tight. Quentin wants to show you guys his picture he drew while you were talking.
Oh, I love it.
Very nice, Q.
Say, what do you say? Thank you. Now he's gonna be bashful. Well, I appreciate you jumping in on the last minute for me. I love your energy. I just love talking to you every time. I get off the phone and I'm like blah 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 blah, and my husband mostly. You gotta stop talking.
You gotta shut down. You gotta shut down.
Go talk to Stephanie about it. Go talk to Donella about it. Somebody other than me.
I feel you, hubby. I feel you.
Jason probably like that bull pack.
No, probably. Well, thank you. I don't know if there's anything else. Anybody have any questions for Stephanie or us or whatever?
If you guys have any questions, my YouTube channel is open for everyone. please go ahead and go on it. I have a ton of content. This video is going to be uploaded into YouTube. You guys can literally blast it all over the world. Ask me for questions. Cassie literally just randomly one day messaged me. We met in person in SFR, but she randomly messaged me, and now we're super close. And Donnell, we got to meet each other literally on a Zoom call. Well, it's
Yes.
like all the things, but in this Zoom call, and after the Zoom call, we talk to each other a lot. Like, it doesn't matter if you don't know me. Now you do. Now you do have me at all times. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on Facebook. I post my energy 24/7. So if you do want some laughs, or you guys want a little bit of Spanish speaking, watch me. I do a lot of content. My entire content is in English, barely some in Spanish, because Puerto Ricans know English. But follow me, because I do have energy for everyone, and I want to help you guys. And if you guys have any questions on the side that maybe you guys don't want to ask Cassie or ask Donnell, you can ask me. I don't mind. Like, and if I see that you guys need more, literally I'll talk to Donnell or Cassie and tell them, like, hey, they need more from you, you know, you're not pouring enough, or you're not doing enough. I'm blunt, I'm honest, but it's for your good. It's for your business and for your own good. So if you guys have any questions after this, it doesn't matter, you can reach out to me, add me on Facebook, add me on Instagram. Donnell and Cassie, I'm going to send you the link of the flyer pages that I have and all the things that I have. I do have a group on Spanish. So if you have Spanish speaking people, you can let them know that they have a group that we created, so we can help you guys in all the things, because of course we don't have that many things in Spanish. Even in the workstation, we don't have that many things in Spanish. So if you do have a Spanish speaking consultant, or they have family that speaks Spanish, they can come to me. I don't mind guiding them. I'm not in your line at all, but you guys can count on me for anything that you guys need. We're on the same group because we're all under Shannon, Shannon Grant, but we're not on the same director team. Like, we're not. So, but I want you guys to know that I am here for you guys if you guys need anything. That's for sure.
We love you. Thank you.
Love you so much. Big heart, sweetheart. You are the bomb.